Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Hey. Lord. That was some bullshit, wasn't it? I came out, hey. I sound like a kid that was busted. Doing something. I know, but hey.
What's up, everybody?
What's happening, everybody? It's Sunday.
Yeah,
and it's been a fun day for me. Starting, oh my God, at like 11 this morning. Yeah.
11 this morning.
We did, what's it called? The drunk brunch. What's the food good?
It was good.
It was good. It was breakfast food.
Yeah. You really can't mess that up.
I had planned on going. I forgot.
You can mess it up.
Did you?
You could definitely mess it
It's
up.
always fun though.
It is.
You know.
Always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to stick around and see Eddie, but I didn't know when.
Folks?
It was on the lineup.
wow.
Anyway.
Okay. So, yeah, tomorrow night, our house heads, house music.
What about me?
Wait a minute.
Oh, okay. Don't
We,
leave me out.
we are house heads, and we are also in promotions. And so, in that, you meet people, you get to know people. House music is so
It's
love.
an
It's
entire,
just
yeah, the whole, not just the vibe, but the feeling of family.
right.
I mean,
It's a movement.
It's
Hence-
a movement.
Yeah,
It is a movement.
That's
So in that, you're on the dance floor a lot of times, and that's where you meet a lot of wonderful people.
It is.
And so, with that being said, my today's guest, I just made that shit up.
I need you to wake up.
Making up words as you go.
I need you to wake up.
I am
Phrases.
woke.
Okay,
But
please.
she woke.
She was
My
just
And a
today.
couple other things too.
That's why I took the disco neck. Ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am.
That's what I'm saying.
Must we do this on air with your fabulous glasses?
I'm just saying.
Let's make everything pink.
Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, I'd like to introduce my today's guest, Miss Kimberly Barksdale. Met on the dance floor.
And I get a applause.
Yeah, met on the dance floor.
I like it.
And
That is where we
we've
met,
been
huh?
cool.
On
Yeah.
the dance floor.
On
That's
the dance
amazing.
floor.
How long ago?
Same.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
6 years, something like that. Yeah, time
You
flies.
know, I don't even. Some of these people I've been dancing next to for the last 35
Yeah,
Okay.
wow.
years.
Now that's
We talking
amazing.
Yeah.
house parties in
That's
the
amazing.
basement.
That's
Mama coming
amazing.
down, flipping the switch.
See,
Wow.
love it. I love it. So, Miss Barksdale,
Oh, yeah.
it
Oh,
is
yeah.
movement weekend.
It is
Have you
movement
participated in any of the festivities?
You know, I have not. I've been busy. You know, prom is this week for my niece, so that's what I've been focusing on. I did want to go to the drunk brunch, but I forgot. I was cleaning the backyard and all of that stuff. So I don't know. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow I'll get to do something. And we know that there'll be things happening all week.
weekend.
So hopefully, I'll get a chance to do something.
That's what's
I hope
up. Have you ever participated in movement weekend?
Once, but not on purpose.
By accident?
By accident. I was hanging out downtown, and I was over near the Harmony Park area. And I think I was, remember it used to be a place called the Cayenne and Chocolate Bar back in the day. And it wasn't there at the time, but I knew that spot, it was a cigar bar and some other stuff. Well, we were just happy to walk around that whole ass area, like in the middle of this park.
Right.
Was just
Crazy.
off the chain,
Crazy.
you know, and so because it was off the chain, and me being me, I just partake. You know, I'm sitting up here thinking, because I'm like rolling dolo I'm like, I may ride on out today and just dance and get some of this anger off of me right now.
Right.
You know, I'm kid free tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one
That's
of
what
the
it's
things.
That's
That's what
always
it's about.
good. That's always a good night.
I mean, when you can just leave everything on the floor,
Yeah.
I just need.
I love that.
Yes, we have a song called "The Sanctuary."
It's like church.
It's church.
Yep.
It's church.
Yep.
Oh wow.
And just like any family, if you shake it hard enough, some nuts gonna fall.
You said some
always
nuts gonna
exciting.
fall.
See,
They
it
may-
always
they
means
may-
Let it fall.
You never know.
I don't know what that means.
Oh,
Some nuts gonna fall.
oh,
Pecan,
Yeah.
nut tree.
yeah.
Are we talking
family
about dick?
tree. No.
See,
Okay,
see? I
that's
know
all-
it. I know it.
But,
I know it.
but it's okay.
It's you can't. It's like trigger words.
It's trigger word.
Yeah.
You cannot say on the Shenanigans Show
Yeah.
because that is when it turns into shenanigans.
I was just trying to figure out, shake a tree and some nuts fall out. Like, I ain't trying to go to the psych ward. I just want to dance or get fucked. I mean, like, which one is it? But not the psych ward. That one I'm not here for.
Yeah, I been there, done that. It's not fun. Not fun.
Okay.
Not fun at all.
Trigger
I was like,
word.
oh shit, what I do?
Trigger word.
look, I'm like, oh shit, what I do? Heavenly Father, could you please
Oh, yeah.
How did
Quick
we
prayer.
get
help me
here?
out?
quick
Oh
prayer.
yes,
Well,
like
we
how
got
did we
sex
get?
already. We might as well pull out the cards.
So
Yeah, we're gonna let you start.
before we get there, well, welcome to our show, and thank you
Welcome.
for sitting down with us today.
Thank you.
Make sure that you jump on in here, give us your
Absolutely.
opinion, and make
Absolutely.
sure to
She
keep the
wouldn't have
conversation
been invited
going.
if she wasn't going.
That's what's up.
That's
Absolutely.
something you can be guaranteed with. You're gonna get new and exciting all the time on the Shenanigans Show.
I was going to say before we go into that way, let's start with your list. Let's keep it smooth. Let's start
keep
off
it
smooth.
smooth.
Let me get down
Grab
to
a
my
couple
dirty
off of
mart. Let me get a little sips of my dirty martini before we get dirty. So so you had this list.
So the topic that for today is, it's a simple question. If you're in a relationship, do you want to know about your partner's past?
Are you
Now,
asking the question? That's the question.
That's the question. You know, a lot of people, well, it's in the past, it's in the past, but some
That's
people may
interesting.
wanna, yeah.
Because I just ran across a couple where they did not discuss each other's past. Period. And I thought that was weird because
Yeah.
to me, I need to know where you've been.
You see
So
what
I
I'm
can see
saying?
where you came from.
So I can
so
see
I can
where
see
I'm going.
Exactly. And what have been your experiences?
Yeah.
And who have you been with? What kind of women do you like? How have you been treated? You know, like, to me, that's important.
So with this couple, what was their explanation for not, like, are they judgmental people?
They did not want to prejudge each other. They wanted to get to know each other.
For the
like,
person that's in front of them.
Yep.
Okay.
Without preconceived notions, or oh, you did this, or oh, you did that, or you
Did
you
her.
Exactly.
I did him.
Which I understand, you know,
Yeah.
that perspective. But for me, I need to know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What
I
about
wanna
you?
know.
What about you, Tam?
So in order to see who you are now, because you know my skeletons made who I am.
Yeah.
I mean, everything and every situation I've ever been in has made the person I am right now, and I like me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Some people don't like themselves because of the shit that they've gone through.
Yep.
Right.
And if you're talking to someone, you need to know, you know, that's one of the things that you get to know. There's at least, I think it was like 15 I was thinking about. I had a little list of things that you need to discuss in a relationship, and your past is absolutely one of them. Because, you know, especially in small circles, or people that you've been introduced to, well, is there anybody in this room I need to know about?
Yeah.
You
Right.
know, don't come,
Absolutely.
don't, I don't want this shit
Absolutely.
coming at me
Right.
at a different angle, and I don't have any idea.
Or everybody in the room
knows
got-
but you.
Right.
Exactly.
That is some embarrassing
nah,
shit.
That's some
Yeah.
what do you call that?
You fuck around getting
Yeah.
I always want to
Good.
fuck
Yes,
around.
That's a
and-
deal
okay.
breaker.
we want to fuck around and fuck on somebody. I mean, not fuck on somebody.
See,
fuck
that's
up
your
somebody.
department.
I do want. I'm not claiming it. Okay, so
You not claiming that you want to fuck on somebody?
It ain't working. So
She said it ain't
for
working.
you, pass, no pass.
Yes, I have to know. I have to know.
You have.
I have
you
to
see,
know.
You saying you have to know.
It's mandatory.
How
It's
much?
mandatory. Let me tell you why.
It's much.
I started off young. I got married young, and I did not know his past. Like he knew me as a child.
Mm-hmm.
When I married him, technically, yeah, I still was a child. I was 17 the first time I got married.
Wow.
He was 24. First of all, I had no business marrying this motherfucker in the first place.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Had I known
Yeah.
what type of
The
nigga you
history.
is, you know what I'm saying? This was a pattern for him.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And not marrying, but being with
Yeah.
Young women.
young women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't know how he maneuvered. Later on I had a child with this man. Come to find out, he was abusive before he even got with me. He had 2 kids prior to me. He was abusive then. Anybody who don't want to talk about that, no, I don't want to talk about that. No, bro. Why you don't want to talk about
Was that how it was? Was he?
Yeah, he
evasive
was
about
like
his
some
past?
shit you just don't
Elusive.
need to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
Yeah.
It
I
almost
need to
cost
know
me
what the
my
fuck is
life.
going on. Absolutely.
Like for real.
Absolutely.
And I no, I need to know. Okay,
As much as possible.
Have you ever put your hands on a woman?
For sure.
Have you? You know what I'm saying? I'll give you a scenario. Like if it's just hard, some people it's just hard for them to just talk about their past. So you may have to lead that conversation. You know, you got a lot of women that are like, I don't want to know what he did with his
No,
ex-girlfriend
I have to
because
know.
I'm not that bitch.
I have
How
to
do you
know.
know you're not that bitch?
Yeah. Exactly.
If he don't talk about her,
How do you know?
good, bad, or indifferent, if he don't say nothing about that relationship, run.
That's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
You know, I want to know. She might be buried in the backyard somewhere. You don't want to talk about it.
And talking about things uncovers things.
Thank you. You be like, yeah,
Nigga be
nope,
like,
not
"Bitch, I
fucking
buried
with
her in the
him.
back." What? Yeah.
I have, per usual, it's a catch-22. You know, I've often been told that no man wants to know everything about a woman, and that's the reason why I am single.
True.
Because some of the things I've done reflects the actions of a man and somebody who would do it again, let's say. You know what I mean? Like, I've cheated. I've slept with someone's husband. I've had unsuccessful threesomes. You know, I've done a lot of things throughout my life. And when you start to converse, oh God, did I say conversate?
You said it.
But you corrected yourself.
I know. What the fuck? I told y'all I was off.
She's
That's
having
one of
a
my.
day.
That's one of my
Having a
most.
day.
That's a pet peeve of
Mine
mine.
as well.
But when I converse with someone about my past, is not to be judged by it. And I think that women are more open to listening to the things that you have done opposed to men, which is the reason why a lot of women keep their skeletons in their closet, you know? So it's, like I say, it's a catch-22 because a man will tell you he wants to know everything. No,
But he
actually,
doesn't. No.
I'm going to take that back. Most men don't want to know everything about you.
They do not.
It's nosy ass females that want to know everything about a man. And I think like some things should come out as a relationship develops. You know, we tend to want to talk too much in those first couple of months or whatever about all the things a person have done, opening the door to be judged
Right.
outside of actually knowing a person's character.
Right.
Now, I get what you're saying, like, my son's father, I believe that he needed help on putting his hands on women. I don't believe he would have admitted to it if we discussed it. And I do believe some of the discussions we had where we talked about his violent actions, he had me believing that he was the victim. And I have violent acts in my life that I feel as though I was the victim. So therefore, yes, I was fighting in the streets.
Yeah.
Yes, I choked the shit out of that bitch because I felt attacked.
Right.
Now, let somebody else tell my story. They'll be like,
tell
no,
their
bitch,
line.
you
You
ran
were
out there. And you like, ah! They're gonna kill you, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, but if you tell that story to somebody, they'll look at you like, okay, so you that type of female.
For sure.
You the type of female that I can't even have friends. Like, no,
sure.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in this particular, and then,
See, most people don't. I like to think that I'm one of the people that do, but most people don't look at every situation as 3 stories.
Yeah.
It's his side, her side, and the truth. So if someone's telling me something and we're conversing, automatically I see I'm only getting a third of it.
absolutely.
Automatically, because she's gonna say something else. The victor is always who writes history, and we all want to be victorious in our lives, so we're gonna write our own history.
Absolutely.
The pages in my book may not look the same as yours, even though we're sitting at on the same stage right now.
That's 100%. I had a situation where I had a guy that I had just met, a man that I had just met, and I really liked him, and he really liked me too. So I decided, with my stupid ass, that I was just gonna be 100%. I mean, I'm an honest individual anyway,
Right.
but I decided I was just gonna be 100% honest and just lay it all out for him. And he ran for the hill.
Yeah, he did.
So, what was it that you were honest about, if you don't mind me
I
asking?
was honest.
Like,
with
do
him.
you know
I
what it was
yes, I
in
do.
everything
Yes,
that
I
Yeah, that's
do.
not. That's
Yes, I
no.
do.
Yeah.
I was honest with him about the way that men react to me,
Okay.
and he could not handle that. He felt like he
Intimidated.
didn't want to deal with that.
Did he tell you that,
He didn't
or that's
tell
just
me
your
that, but
gauge
he-
off your response?
he
That's
didn't
your
have to
response.
tell me.
See,
No,
sometimes y'all be wrong with this.
Nuh-uh.
I feel you,
because
but
when I talked to him and I said, well, what's up? Are you in, you out? What are we doing? He was like, I like you, but
it was something about what you
you
told
know,
him that he did that made him draw away. It
100%.
wasn't that.
100%. When I thought about it in retrospect, well, no man wants to feel like he has to fight men off of you or always being
Constant competition
Yeah,
with other
yeah.
people.
But
right?
that's
Nobody
men
wants
anyway.
to feel that way. So
I
I
get
shouldn't
you.
have.
I get you.
Yeah, 100%. But to me, it would have made more sense to let the experience happen because maybe it wouldn't have been that way with him.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
They
So,
always run before
You even
it's always in
experience.
the assumption,
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then
I take
they look back.
responsibility for it though.
They look back and go, "Damn, yeah, damn, he's
Yeah,
right."
yeah.
You assumed. Now,
But
you
I also
understand-
believe that
listen,
assumption is, you know what?
We
Before
had
I
this
say,
same
I'm gonna have
conversation
you.
earlier on the show.
Oh
2 hours
God, damn, we
earlier.
don't want to talk about it.
No, I'm just saying it's kind of the same. It's the same. I was gonna make it the same point that I made earlier, but go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like, I think it's more underlining than just what we say. Depending on if that person is your person. Sometimes people are looking for a way out.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
I've been left for various reasons, and most of it I feel is like me just being me. Being a girl who get hot and have to take off her wig. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but usually my hair is braided or something. Like, I just don't have like hair all over my hair. If I take my wig off, it's part of who I am. But I had a guy, I was telling him about my son's father being in prison, doing 15 to 30 years. And maybe he'll be out in 10, I'm not sure. And he like, oh, hell no, fuck that. You got a baby daddy in jail. That mean, what does that mean for us when he get out? And I'm like, you sound more worried than I am. Or you trying to use this as an excuse not to be in my life. Because through conversation, I told you we wasn't together when he went to jail. But you so stuck on what's going to happen when he get out. Like, I had a whole ass life these past 10 years.
Right.
Even if I was in love with him, I probably wouldn't be. I ain't in love with nobody who's away from me for 10 years. Like, I would have dumped him anyway.
Ain't that much love in the world.
Ain't that much
Love would have stopped you from committing that crime.
Exactly.
How about that?
And that's where I would have been as soon as they gave the sentence. Like, yep.
Yeah.
Told you.
That's a whole other topic.
Can't do it.
No, but
Women who
That's
are
a
in
great
relationships.
topic.
Women who are in relationships with people in prison.
Yeah.
I did that. I married a man while he was in prison.
oh Lord, here. That's a whole
Don't
other-
skip the fuck back.
So I could turn.
That's something.
That's a whole nother topic.
That's a
So-
whole nother conversation.
So one of the things that I remember on the list
It was
that
intriguing, I'll tell you that much.
I bet, to say the least.
on the subject of things that we talk about in a relationship, on that list was finances on there.
So on the list is things you should speak with your partner about. Daily activities. What the hell you do every day?
Now, wait,
Is
wait a
it
minute.
work?
Okay,
You know.
let's not read the whole list.
Okay.
Right, we're gonna
Let's okay.
Money is number 2.
Okay, but okay, so
Finances.
what was where the hell you been all day? Is that what you just said?
Well, daily activities, you know, you're in and out. Hey, baby, how you
She's
doing?
like, you
What
didn't ask
what
me
was
like
your
that,
day?
did you?
No, I didn't ask him like that. But, you know, hey, how was your day? What'd you do?
Do you believe now you're in a relationship,
I
right?
am in a relationship.
Huh?
Yes, I am.
Okay, you two are singles, right?
Yes.
Singles. Okay. In a relationship, do you believe your partner should let you know where they've been all day, every day, every second? I mean,
No,
No.
nothing like that.
do your partner ever have any me time where they don't have to explain
Yeah.
where they? Well, you're not in a relationship.
Oh,
I'm just joking.
I mean, but
No, I mean hypothetically, I know,
That's what I'm
but
saying, hypothetical. I
but
thought
I'm
you was asking.
no, I'm asking her
Yeah.
and her because we tend to have an idea of how we want things to be when we're in a relationship,
Right.
and then when we get in one, we throw all that shit out the window. So that's why I was asking her.
No, and I say that because he is a CDL driver. And so
Okay.
at one point he was over the road.
Somebody said the sound is
Gone.
messing up.
He was gone
What is messing up?
3
They just
weeks
said I was
out of the
just
month, and then home 1 week.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was awesome.
Oh, it was awesome.
Awesome.
Oh, he was over the road.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
that's it. Woo! You get your me time. You get to miss them.
Exactly. Let
They
me
come
miss you.
home. It's like,
well, yeah, you're right.
guess
because
who's home? You are. You are.
Yes.
I was married to a truck driver, and he was 30 days out and 2 weeks home.
Okay.
And it even though
Whole
30 days is
lot
a
of
long
fucking
time,
going
when he came
on.
home, it was delightful. But by the time the 2 weeks was over,
It's time for
I
you
had
to
his
go.
shit packed, and I was
Let's
like,
go,
okay,
baby.
baby, so when you leaving? You know what I mean? But it kept the relationship exciting
Exciting and fresh.
because I couldn't wait to see him.
See him when he
And y'all wasn't concerned about the parking lot wrecks?
No.
No, if you putting it down at home.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but it depends on the type
And
of
then,
man
you
it
know,
is.
Right.
Okay.
Me and my ex-husband
You know what I mean?
used to share videos.
And he would tell me about about the
Yeah.
lot rats. He was
I mean,
telling
he
me,
was on
Can I clean your
yeah,
you need your
yeah,
truck cleaned?
yeah.
They're called lot lizards.
Lot lizard.
That's what it
I know
is.
it was some kind
Did
of
you
rat.
call them rat
I
women?
couldn't think of
Parking lot rats.
like that.
Lot lizards. I never dated I haven't dated a trucker yet.
Really?
No.
It's exciting.
It is exciting.
I mean, but I was just wondering because if I was a truck driver, you wouldn't want me in a relationship and I'm gone for 30 days.
I got you. No, we're
Why?
because she's
Why?
a sexual being.
You know why?
You fucking on the road?
She's fucking on the
No, I would think that my opportunity to get private would be easier than it would be if I was just at home with my partner. So I probably would have a bunch of one night stands or lonely nights, and especially and I'm talking especially if I was a dude and they're just right there and I'm resting and I could just knock one off. I'm gonna fuck. I'm gonna fuck. I'm gonna fuck if I was a female driver. And 30 days on the road by myself, I'm thinking about me as an individual out there by myself. You're at home, so you still got your family and the home and everything. So as much as it's good for you, I'm just really doing this to provide this life for you. It has really nothing to do with me, or I wouldn't even be doing this, really. Unless I was I wouldn't. No, I don't think any truck driver will want to be a truck driver in a relationship. That's a single person's job, and if that person is stuck in a marriage or something where they have to, 9 times out of 10 they're doing it because they have to provide for their people. And if I'm that sad, I'm gonna be fucking. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, that's you.
Yeah,
I know that's y'all. So y'all just
No, I never.
No.
Not me.
We've been together since 2004.
Mm-hmm.
We've never cheated on each other.
Yeah.
We've never had that problem. Never. It's
Yeah.
never been an issue in my relationship.
It depends on
And
who
he's
you
been-
are.
Right.
Exactly.
That
And
wasn't
I don't
wasn't
even
an
worry.
issue at all as to even why we no longer together. That definitely was an issue because even when we split up, it was like, "Hey, what you doing?"
Yeah.
I'm coming
Yeah.
over. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Sex
that
was
wasn't
great.
the issue.
Yeah, the sex
That
was
wasn't the
great.
issue.
Yeah.
So the things that weren't an issue, we were still able to do. The main thing that was an issue was communication. So
Yeah.
that's what
most men cheat because they have problems with communicating with the women they're with.
Yeah. It
Now, when you
has
say
nothing to do with
communication,
us.
most men
was it-
cheat because they want to.
Was it Kim? When you say it was a communication, because I mean, goddamn, it seemed like everything else was there. So was it the lack of communication, or what is it? Was it
Lack.
the quality of the communication that wasn't
Lack
lack of?
I ain't got that problem. Tony don't know how to shut up.
yeah.
So-
Like my ex-husband was very spoiled. You know my ex-husband, so you can see some.
I'm like, why is she looking at me like that? Like, okay, now I know why she looking at me.
Yeah,
like that.
you know what I mean. He was very spoiled, rightfully so. His only child. And I don't know. He just looked at life different. He was a lot younger than me. And although we looked at life in similar ways, he did have a different look on life. You know, and so I went on the road with him for a season, and it was the most amazing time I've ever had. I would not take a day back that I spent with that man. It was an amazing journey, and I thank him for it. I used to be burgers and fries and chicken. He helped me experience new foods. For as big a man as he was, he didn't eat burgers and fries and all that. He ate like exotic foods.
Right.
Stuff like that. And so I got introduced to that. He introduced me to sushi, which I swore I would never. I will never. You will never conquer.
Yeah. You never say
He
never.
got me.
Never
I'm
say
like
never.
sushi good as hell.
Yeah,
So
sushi is.
so when it comes to finances and talking to
That was another issue.
with your partner, now
I think you should.
my question is kind of like a 2-part question. How much of a deal breaker is finances in the beginning? Like, do you talk about finances before you even get into a relationship with a person? Do you feel like
To a certain extent, you have to know if you're somewhat equally yoked. Because I am not nobody's mama. I'm not trying to take care of you. So you need to know a basic.
Yeah.
But as far as digging into it at the beginning, no, you don't have. We're not
I need to know immediately your
Yeah.
spending habits.
Yes.
Do you save?
Right.
You know, are you just wasteful with money? Do you care about money?
Do you have?
I want to know, do you have any retire? Like, I need to know these things before
Yeah.
I get into anything with you. Are you set up for
at
retirement?
this stage or back then?
no? We're
See,
talking about now.
right
Yeah,
now.
I'm talking about
Absolutely.
now.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? Like, are you investing in anything? Like, what is your long term? I need to know that before I give you any of my time.
So a lot of these things can be established just by spending time and gathering data,
Yeah.
right? A lot of times people
That's what
rush
dating is.
Communication.
dating, gathering
Hey,
data. You know what I'm
communication.
saying?
Excuse me, y'all. We gotta watch. I believe she's watching via
Cannot see
YouTube.
my comments. I don't know.
She said she has been a truck driver.
Yes.
She has been a truck driver. She said, and I couldn't have sex with all all of those men because that wasn't what I wanted, but didn't want to be in a relationship at that time. I just wanted my peace. So I traveled. She said, but I had a travel partner and the sex was amazing.
Exactly.
That's Miss Ethel.
I like
That's Miss Ethel.
I have a question if I can ask a question.
Okay.
Where I know where the women come from, right? For the men, where do the men come from for the female truck drivers? Like, are there lot lizard men?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or are we just fucking like whoever we come across?
Ethel, you were a truck driver. You
have other truck
Is there
drivers.
lot lizard guys? Are there like
you got the whole ass lot of men, like all the men.
There it is.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
And you
truck
probably the
drivers.
finest thing because you can understand them on a different level. You know what I mean? You ain't a lot lizard.
And I can tell you something. I've always wanted to be a truck driver.
I was talking about that.
You know what I'm
That's one of
saying?
the things I'm looking into doing.
I have so much
know
respect for truck
for a
drivers.
fact I wouldn't be having sex. Though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm real
Particular.
particular with myself. But it's very interesting, that perspective, because I've always wondered, what do the women do? Even though I don't see women truck drivers fine as us.
No,
They
exactly.
always look like the marshmallows.
I done seen some. Nah, I
done seen some good-looking
get- I
ones.
get
They
you.
look like what again?
But I
Bria?
done seen a couple of
marshmallow
black,
ones.
like in Detroit,
Yeah.
black truck
It's
with like,
coming up.
yeah, I would jump in the back of the truck with
Nah.
you and go across the
You
road,
seen-
down
oh, really?
the road
You
with you.
seen that?
And in their defense, I don't think when I say I will be having sex, I'm not saying like 30 days out of 30 days I'm on the road, but I'm hitting something.
Right.
I'm hitting something. Like even if I gotta pick it up at the Waffle House, like or I'm going to a house party, like that shit is a lot. That's a lot of pressure on the person to be in a world like that.
That is a lot of pressure, you know. But I know me. I'm yeah. I don't know you, boo.
Right. I'm real.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
very
But, okay,
particular
but what-
about Sister Meow.
Okay.
So it's like I
Yeah,
can't.
yes.
I'm not. I'm
And
just.
I don't want to just fuck. I want to get to it.
I
can't
want
get
to. I
to
need
it
to be all
if
up
I
and
don't
through
know.
it.
Yeah.
But y'all also realize,
You
like,
can't just-
say if you're running a route, right? You're running the same route as someone else, or when you park or deliver, but you get to know people. It's like
do.
anything else. It's not like you're just out here.
I know.
You get to know people. You eat with people. You stop at the same trucks. I mean, you.
Okay, but see,
It's not just.
that
It's,
wasn't the thought initially.
I mean, but that's what I'm just saying, like-
more comfortable with that.
but that's what I
thought.
said that you when
Not
I
all the way, but a little more.
my scenarios aren't just like black or white. You have to unpeel the whole
Yeah,
thing. That's
the
why I
whole
say when
onion.
people are so adamant about their answers,
Yeah.
it's like you can't be because it's a lot of scenarios. I know you.
Yeah.
I would have to be, honey. I would have to have seen you, honey, a whole fucking lot of time, like a whole motherfucking lot of time.
And they seen you a whole bunch
I'm
before that.
motherfucking still. I am funny. I'm funny, and I'm not on the road.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'll go years without fucking.
Hello,
You
can I
know
get?
what I'm talking about? Because she
By
honey,
choice.
Yeah.
hell motherfucking yeah.
Come on, look at
Hell
me. You
motherfucking
think I
yeah.
just?
Do you think I can't get a hold
get
of no
a
dick
hold
if
of
I
no
want?
dick?
If I,
That-
what? No.
All I gotta say is
Nah.
That's not what I'm saying.
cootie coo.
Yeah, it's yeah.
WYD.
But I-
What
what
your
you
dick doing?
WID.
Where your dick, huh?
Where your
That's
dick?
what
Yeah.
WYD
Where your
stands
dick?
for.
But I'm actually thinking about going and getting my CDL so that we can travel and do it
is
as a partner. We can
That's
both
cool
we
as
can make
hell.
them
That
while you
is.
sleep.
Make
I'm
them
I
driving.
had a
Right.
blast. I had a
That's
blast.
a good job.
And ex-husband, if you watching, because he does watch sometimes, if you watching, I mean, we had a blast.
Yeah.
It's like my dog. We
Yeah.
had a
That's what's
fucking
up.
blast.
Now I always wanted to go with my ex-husband, and he wanted me to go, but he ended up getting sick and he had to stop driving. But I always thought like, wow, how would that be?
Oh, it was fun.
Maybe not for 30 days.
And then he had a sleeper
But-
too.
Yeah, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
Yeah.
No, 30 days and then come home, pay the bills, clean, wash your clothes, put them back together, get back on the road,
get
go
on
back on.
back.
Yeah. And if
To
you
this
are,
day, I love truck stops.
I was always afraid
love
I would
Chelsea.
get fat though.
Well, see,
I did gain.
You know what I'm
Little
saying?
bit, cause
All that riding and eating and
Yeah, so was Tony. He
Yeah.
was real
Moving
freaked
around.
out about it when he first went out. So he did a lot of salads.
because
and-
I'm a chunkster in real life.
And I
but
love
she said
carbs.
a
that ass to get fat on
chunkster.
you if I'm not careful. So
She said a chunk.
Oh yeah, because I've been a big girl.
Yeah, she lost
Several times.
How much did you lose?
I lost 150 pounds one time. I've lost weight a few times, but that was the most, that I had
one
lost.
time,
So
yeah.
I could gain.
You was like,
I could
what,
gain weight
300?
right here.
What was your max?
I was over 300 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful.
Oh,
You know.
Miss Ethel says, yes, there are male lot lizards, but we call them lot dogs.
Not doggy dog.
Hot dog.
I am
Oh,
educated
okay.
today.
On that other subject, she says sexual attraction and compatibility is a must for her.
Absolutely.
I know that's right. Listen,
Yeah, because I'm not just, we
I
don't
need
just.
you to be able to.
Now I wanted to go back to the financial aspect.
Right, you
one
were
of
in the
the
middle of two questions.
one of the things that I realize with people, especially men tend to reflect something differently than what their pockets are actually showing. Especially if they have a woman who
To the extreme, either one way or the other. I'm always broke and they got money in their pocket,
sure.
or they I'm this and I'm that and they ain't got shit.
exactly.
Yeah,
It's
one
all
of the-
and
one of the two.
and I often find women
have
get
to agree
caught
with that.
up in not knowing enough about a man's financial situation, but falling in love with a man and he has
Getting a
nothing.
surprise.
Yeah, and it's like, how do you get that information out? Like, somebody can take you to dinner. Is that you?
I just asked the question.
I don't know who that is.
That's me.
Oh,
Oh, I'm like,
That's me. I was like, I keep hearing this ding ding. That's me, you little
That's you.
stupid.
everybody looking like, who shit is that?
My
So-
God, it's the headphones.
like somebody can take you out all the time and dress nice and smell good or whatever, and not be paying their bills.
Yeah.
How do you?
I've actually been with
I
somebody like that.
promise to God you are correct.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, go ahead. I'm
She
sorry.
need a
I had a
offer.
flashback.
Shit.
I mean, no. So my question was, because it looks like we all been there.
Yeah.
How do you get deeper into those trenches before the dick got you matized?
I don't do dickmatized.
Sure you do.
No, I don't.
Before, because I was on a mission. Yes.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know. Tony and I
I'm not
have we have two joint accounts and then we have two separate accounts, individual.
Okay,
The
the
joint one of the
connections.
joint accounts is for paying bills and one of them is for travel, and then we have our own individual.
Hey, Eric.
So
Thanks for watching.
that's just how we do it. And it
Share it
works
with your
fine.
friends.
But
Right.
and I'm gonna do you like I just did them. That's more of a question for women who are single than somebody who already has a routine.
Right.
Okay.
Because if he's hiding something at this time, you already got it together. You didn't even
Yeah.
know it was together. I mean, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because y'all ain't lost a house or like say got
Right.
caught up. But for women who aren't in a relationship and you do have someone who has wooed you in a way, but then as the layers come off, how do you get under those layers where you want to know if he's paying a mortgage or is he behind? Is he on the verge of losing his house? Does he owe taxes? Is he
Is he up on his shit?
is he up on his shit?
It's difficult because I'm telling you, I was with someone and we lived and traveled and whatever, and he was in eviction court literally every other month. By the time I found that out, though, I'm already in it. And
He
I'm
was
like,
who every
oh,
other
what?
month, what'd you say?
In eviction court.
Oh.
Every other month. It was unreal, But to look at him or to be an outsider, he had it together.
The materialistic.
What do you mean? Always on a plane, looking good, spending money, and finances were in shambles, So it blew me away because we're spending all this time together. We're together all the time. I'm at his, he's at mine. How the fuck didn't I know this? But you just take it for granted that a motherfucker is paying his bill, But people's priorities are different.
Yeah.
The priority was the shine, you know, and not, and I'm talking about like a 50-something-year-old man here.
Right.
You know, no regard for retirement or anything, and that shit was tough.
What about you, Miss Lady?
That was part of one thing that was overshadowing in my marriage, and it's kind of a deal breaker for me.
1, 2, 3 of which marriage?
You know
Damn,
what? You
you
know
see
what?
Well,
You know what?
Historically, anybody could go back. That's like,
I got three under my belt too.
I have 4.
but I'm
okay,
just,
look,
I'm Jordan. I got the rings.
you're, you're Thanos.
No, listen. One thing was, I felt as though we should have he money, she money, and we money. He didn't want to do that.
Oh, that I think that's a flag.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
That's a
because that's the
flag.
way that it should be.
Yeah.
But I was already in it. As a matter of fact, when that came about, we actually were married. His mother said, okay, y'all did it. Now, y'all need a budget. And I used to think, and, you know, for those of you who, you know, if you're sensitive, turn the shit off. I used to think that was just a white people thing. Budgets.
Yeah.
And I'm spending. You know what I'm saying? There was a point in time I was in the dope game. I ain't had to worry about no motherfucking budget. I want it. I'm finna buy it.
That's right.
You know.
Period.
Then when it's time to learn the lesson, you know, budget.
Right.
Okay, let me try it. And I did, and it was crazy because I found out I had more money at the end of the month than I used to when I wasn't budgeting.
It made a difference.
Yeah, so it made a difference. He, on the other hand, didn't give a fuck. He didn't. He didn't care. And he would be on the road and be ordering shit.
So he didn't have like
This is
a
before
certain
Amazon.
amount of money that he sent home to go into We Fund.
No.
Oh, and he refused to.
Yes.
Now,
And that became a problem.
but you wasn't digmatized doing this at all.
I've never been.
I mean, I heard you say that earlier. I was just trying to ask again.
Oh, I'm sorry, child.
But
Because sex isn't that for me. Sex is not that important. It's important,
Yeah.
but it's not important enough for me to be addicted to it, or
but
it
that's
be
a
a
different
necessity, or you know what I'm saying. And especially at my age, for me, it's more about companionship. Now, if the dick still work, cause Sister Meow still purrs, and she can still scratch. You understand me? So if
I'm tired.
she said,
I'm tired.
I couldn't tell if that was a lion or a motorcycle.
Oh, it's time to
Oh,
go.
I can make it do it a little more distinctive for you if you need it real. If you need a cat.
And that sounds like he was.
that sounds like
like a
a cat was being hurt. No, don't hurt my cat now.
Oh my
Meow, meow,
I heard
meow.
it a little bit.
So no, I just
You heard a little
Side note, cats do hurt because male cat penises have little barbs on them to stimulate
What?
once they come,
Make me Google
barbs
that.
come out.
Oh, the barbs. We don't want the barbs.
Hey, that's why they turn around and bite the shit out of them. Like, have y'all ever? Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Go back to what y'all talking about.
I watch Animal Planet. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
Barbs.
The funniest thing is turtles fucking dog.
Oh my God, come on, don't
Please.
do it, Kim. I'm not.
If y'all ever want to
not
see
going.
the funniest shit in the animal kingdom,
Yeah, they be doing positions
type
like
in
this.
turtles
They do. It's
fucking.
hilarious.
It is
Don't do it, ladies and gentlemen.
ama-
It is
You gonna
hilarious.
look at your
I have seen
ladies, y'all gonna look at y'all dude like, nigga, why you don't sound Dad. Oh, you gonna look at your bitch like, oh, so it must not be turtle enough for you.
turtle enough.
Man, listen, they sound like grown people.
They
Like
sound
if I
they
heard
sound
that in
they
another
sound
room,
like- they sound
I'd
like-
be
They
like,
look like grown
dog.
They sound like infants, is what they sound like.
I know it sounds good to him.
I'm not gonna do the
Sound
sound.
like
You know I can do
hilarious.
the sound, but I'm not doing
do
it.
it.
Ken. I'm not doing it.
Don't do it.
You practiced it.
Hilarious.
I didn't practice it, silly ass.
I'm just asking.
There's that one. He's like,
No, you should. I want to take a picture of you doing the damn turtle nose.
Come, yeah.
So.
because you know we'll
The
slap.
only the only noise I want to hear fucking is my own. So moving on.
No turtle.
So let's talk about.
So let's talk about fucking.
Okay.
Ooh,
I like
this one
to.
here that I got. I like both of these.
The
Let
rolling
me see
pin.
where I'm at.
Maybe not.
This one don't got
So wait a minute. Come on.
say nothing.
Flip a card.
It don't say nothing, but
It's the Joker.
you gotta put the
It's the
thing up.
Joker.
I'm gonna start off.
Okay, just give me both.
So we all had to pick a card. If y'all remember last week, if you watched, we did questions on cards. We'll probably bring that back, shortly. But we have some position of the day cards, each of us. And it says a new expert position on every card. The question is, and we're going to show you what's on the card.
I
We'll
like the
turn it to the
position
camera.
on the cards.
The position on the card. Would you do this position? If you would, why? And if you would not, why not? So I am going to start this off. And it is called
Come on.
Hello Nurse.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Mark, tell me if I got it in
Pull it
focus.
You are in the wrong camera. First off, put it to the other one.
This one.
That is your camera, man.
Boy.
Zoom it in a little bit closer on it.
Hello, nurse.
Can you see it?
You can see it, but you can put it a little closer if you want to. Them good cameras, you can zoom it all the way in.
Look at that. Look at that.
Okay, so
Look at that.
can I
Would
see
you?
this?
We're gonna pass it around. Would you do
It
it?
looks painful, like you might bend the dick or something.
I gotta see this one out.
I don't want to bend the dick.
Right.
I'm
Trying to be nice to the
I'm
dick.
trying to be nice to you. Know what I'm saying? It's treated with TLC. Why don't?
Would you do it?
Probably.
This seems complicated to me.
It seems
I mean,
complicated.
the position of the woman. It really just seems like a really nice clitoris massage. Now, just to be playing around or doing, this I probably wouldn't, because it's too much. It's too bitch like for me.
Yeah.
Like to have a man in that kind of position with his legs up
Oh,
like
that's
that.
him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's him. Now,
That's
if it were in
him.
reverse,
Oh,
we
man.
can get to it.
That's him.
Oh no! Hell no! Hell no!
Yeah, that's
Why? Because
And
hell no!
I don't even know how the fuck is. I mean, now that's a tennis dick game.
Like a whole bitch. You like, get it, girl. Get it.
So my thing is, where my head goes, that's a strap-on position,
Yeah.
and she's fucking him. Hello, nurse. And what do you? That's the colonoscopy.
Yeah, she definitely has a strap on.
So
her.
Or a colon ought to be.
Okay.
What?
Or a colon ought to be.
I mean, so yeah, that's.
Your colon ought to not. Your
So now that
Your
I think
colon
about
ought
it, I probably would, because that's on my bucket list.
Your colon ought to be left alone.
I love you, babe.
Now it's making a
Now, do
little
you
more
want me
sense.
to do my second card
Yes,
now,
yes.
or
Go do your
and
second
get it?
card.
Okay. So this one is called the standing O. I'm guessing as in ovation or orgasm.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
don't get that one either.
can you show the people?
I'm trying to understand.
This one.
Oh shit.
Okay.
No, it ain't like like sitting in the chair, and then she got her legs wrapped down through the arms of the chair.
This
Some
one
shit.
is fun,
What the hell?
though.
Let me see.
Yeah.
That one is fun. The one that's
Now, mind you, that's him.
The one
And
on the
that's
card.
her.
Yeah.
No.
The one on the card
Okay, I
is
need you.
good.
No, it's not.
that's him.
She's
and that's
sitting
her.
down. I need you to look at the hair.
Right. That's him on top.
Now, how the hell they doing that? So no.
Oh hell no, man!
We
Okay,
have to-
wait a minute. Where we get these goddamn cuts?
Wait a minute. So
We gotta look at the hair. And
what we
and
have
the titties.
here
Would you do that? one?
See?
is
No. It's right back to the same thing.
both her legs are on the floor.
It looks painful for him.
One of his legs is up,
Yeah.
and the other one is stretched out. Left leg is up, right leg is stretched out, and she is holding him like a bitch.
Like,
Hence that she has on a strap on. Again. That's the standing O.
You guys had the same reaction when I realized that other one was. I was like, oh wait, that's him.
Feeling that. Yeah, that's-
terrible, terrible.
That's
No,
Put it on the list.
no, it's
So it's a no for everyone.
No.
No for both.
I
my
didn't
kinds.
say no
okay.
for both of them. I said in the perfect world cause I have things I want to do before I die, and fucking a nigga in the ass or a man in a hunky. Oh shit, am I allowed to say hunky? Or I'll say a yellow person. Can I say that? A brown,
Okay.
any man.
You want to fuck
Any man.
another?
I want to fuck a man in the ass
Race.
with a. I just want to fuck a man in the ass
With a strap on.
with a strap on. So I can't necessarily say those are a no for me.
Did y'all see me jump? I'm sorry.
That's just me, you know. And it may not ever happen, you know. I'm working on some shit, but right now I haven't scored. Okay,
Interesting.
it's a thing.
It is.
I'm not
But
not gonna.
Much is a thing.
but
Does that make me gay? No. Like,
no, but
That's just some
but do
dominance
you think?
thing.
But
That's
that
what it
makes
is,
him
domination,
gay though.
Domination.
No, it does not.
You know, they pay good money.
What straight man you know want a dick in his ass?
I didn't say we knew him.
People
I'm just saying
like
he out
what
there.
they like, man. And,
That-
and why does a man have a
Nah.
G-spot in his asshole if it's not meant to be explored?
and the reality of it is, even if I grew to hate this person, it would never be something that I would talk about. You know, I would never demean his manhood
For sure.
because he allowed me to do that. You know, so
Oh, yeah, no, I would never do that.
he would be a bitch, or I can't say that word either. He would be a homosexual
Right.
if he did things that define homosexuality outside of what we did together in our bedroom. In the privacy of our own. Now, if it's a man, if I find out like him and a man, like, you know,
that's a
you was
different
doing me in the booty, so I went and got me a man, like, shit.
different
Did that nigga have titties too? Like, damn, I thought you said my skin was soft. Oh, I thought you liked the fact that I ain't have a mustache, but now you got full beard. Like,
beard.
like, so.
Right.
But it's on my list. And I'm starting to realize people are into a lot of different things.
And that's
Yeah,
true.
I'm really learning,
That's true.
and these people are very close to me.
So
So Miss Ethel is on it. Okay, she said. So she's in a situation. This man does all that financially, but the sex is nothing. And think he's trying to make me feel obligated. She thinks he's trying to make her feel obligated to stay with him because he's spending all his money. She said, I don't like this feeling. What can I say to him to break it off without hurting him? He treats me like a queen. Sex is important to me. I like fucking, Kim.
Period.
LOL. She said, finances is also important because if you can't help me, don't hinder me. Get out of the way because I wasn't meant to struggle.
Miss Ethel.
What do you say?
First and foremost, I don't know how old you are, but what I've found out through life is that we tend to make moves based on how our sexual loins are, and it ends up being a very big mistake. So if you are okay to stand your own ground and take care of yourself and you do not need help financially, then no one person should be miserable in a life with somebody who doesn't make them happy. And if your sexuality makes you happy, then understand that it's a lot of us out here that are single and the competition is real and it's very hard to find somebody to love us. If you're okay with that, go for it.
Sure.
Secondly, I would say you're never going to be able to let someone down easily. It's impossible.
There's no way out of that.
It's nothing you could say to not hurt a person. And I've been let down in the most kindest ways. I've called myself letting people down in the most kindest ways. And to this day, it just hurts.
Yeah.
That makes us human. So the only person you could be concerned about is yourself. And this situation and how you're going to feel at the end of the day and the days after when you leave this man and then you realize ain't no more dick out here.
And I think in making her
Yeah, because it ain't.
Just pee in the dating pool.
Stay where you are.
Sam got all the dick that's
Right.
in your life.
in making her decision, she has to consider what she deems important.
Talking to the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. What she deems important is those things. Are those things that she listed most important,
Right.
or is companionship most important?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because sometimes we have to take one for the team in certain areas to have what we want or what we feel like is most important. You know, you may have to, because what she said is correct. It's not a lot of, I mean, I have a lot of beautiful single girlfriends that there is no way that they should be single.
They should be single.
You know, it's
That
there-
would be me.
me as well. If I was a man, there's no way I would let me be single. It's just
Right.
no way.
Right.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So we have to think about it, you know, myself in deciding on relationships. If I have to be single rather than deal with some bullshit, I'm with it.
Right.
It's just how it has to be. You know what I'm saying? So she's got to make a decision.
My biggest fear, Miss Ethel, is that I'm gonna have to settle down with somebody and he's gonna have a little penis. I have nightmares about it. It petrifies
That
me
would be the worst for me too.
that
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to decide to never have a big dick again just to have companionship.
We know for you. What's a big dick for you? What's a little penis for you? Let's say
A
that.
little penis?
Yeah,
would
what's a
be
little
like,
penis?
Like 4 inches, 3.
Okay.
But you know what? It depends because
Girth.
I've had some little tiny short ones, but they was thick. So it just depends because it's
Look
not
like
the size of
beef
it.
sausage.
It's what you do with it.
What about
I'm
you?
saying?
What's
So,
little for you?
I would say anything that makes me feel like I'm scissoring.
wet chicken bone type shit? Yeah.
I can't say that with a straight if it feels like a big ass clit, I don't want it. No, and I mean that's the biggest thing. I used to have a guy with a really small penis, and I loved him, but I was young. You know, I don't know if I would love that hard anymore ever again in my life. But I would
You
jump
don't
on.
want to?
I don't just think I will. I don't think I have that kind of innocence when it comes to love anymore. I just don't. You know, but I would jump on that little motherfucker, and I was a little motherfucker, and I'd get on top, and I would make sure that I had my clip running up
Listen,
against
'cause if
his
you
hairs,
know
and
what to
I'll be like, ooh.
If you know what to do,
And then
you're
I
supposed
look
to
at it
show
like, oh, that is so small.
I mean, shit, it just depends on what you do with it.
I never told him. He was a
But
big
you-
guy,
but-
too. He was huge. I think he took steroids.
But you got
or something.
off,
I don't
though.
know. Because I loved him. I loved him.
Your love
And
wasn't
she knew
enough.
what to do for herself.
Right,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
because
You know, that's
I would ride him every time.
Absolutely.
It was and it did become redundant, but
But you
that
knew
was
you
the
were gonna
only
get
way I
satisfied.
was gonna nut.
Yeah.
It was the same position
Yeah,
every time.
So why did y'all end? What ended y'all?
He was a man's man.
Okay.
He dismissed me from the table once, so I guess now that I let the cat out of the bag, he knows exactly who he is. But we were sitting at the table with his children.
You was naming names last week, bitch. What?
You know what? Because in this particular, I have a lot of respect for this man, and
Okay.
he's married, and he's in a better position. Like
Well,
his,
she don't
his
know
wife,
we dismiss you from the table.
no,
So let's
he
go.
know, but he was really he could be mean, but not mean in a way where he would put his hands on me because he was a bigger guy, so he would never touch me. But he would be mean, and like I said before, I need somebody who knows how quirky I am, how silly I am, and things like that. So I was cracking jokes at the table, and I was cracking jokes with his kids or whatever. And he was like, "Yeah, you're dismissed from the table."
Oh, wait.
And I was like, "Dang, Junior, that's effed up, Dad." And he's like, "No, I'm talking to you."
Damn.
And I was mid-20s, and I just went and started packing up all my shit. Like, I know that we could never go past this point. I knew that
together.
I'm gonna dismiss myself.
Yes.
And then
completely.
and then to put the icing on the cake, he was fixing my car. So he had my car pushed over to my house that was not working.
Stop it.
And I had his second car. And no, he drove his motorcycle over there. He ended up getting my car over to my house, and it wasn't running. Mm-hmm. And he ended up taking his car, and he knew I had to go to work. It was like an hour before I had to go to work. And he was like, "Since you took all your shit, here's your car, and you could go on about your business."
Wow.
And it wasn't enough apologies that he could say, because about a week later, he was apologetic. And it was like, that's how people get into abusive relationships, and they don't know.
Verbal abuse is just
especially when you standing like 6'3",
Yeah.
and like I was smaller, so I'm 5'5", 135 pounds, and you look down on me, and you petrified me. You know what I mean? And then you showed me that you could take something from. I can't stand when somebody know that they have an advantage over you, and then they can take it from you.
Right.
I can't
Like,
stand that.
So,
I cannot stand it.
My advice would be to have a grown conversation with them.
And just be honest.
And be honest. But before you do that, make sure you stack some bread. Sis, make sure you stack some bread.
That's what I don't be understanding. These women out here like, oh, I gotta have a baller. I gotta have this. He gotta have that. He gotta do this. He gotta do
Where's
that.
yours?
Let's go past that. Let's just say you don't have.
Okay.
You came into the situation broke as fuck.
So how can you expect?
The whole time when he sends you shopping, when he sends you with that stack, you got to spend all the money on shopping.
Right.
Put that shit to the side, cause if this shit don't work, guess where you going back to with all your new clothes and shit.
Every last one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to sell them to get you a crib.
Right.
But I've known men who found out that their girl was stashing money, and they felt like she was stealing.
They don't like that. Yeah.
So Mark, I got a question. That's what I would teach my daughter, and I would tell.
Do it right.
Mark, I have a question for you as a man. Why is it that men are okay?
L. Wilkins, you are hilarious.
Yeah, isn't she funny?
Why is it that men are okay with women who don't have anything? Like, women are a little more concerned about a man's finances than a man is.
Because men aren't into women for what they can get out of them financially.
Okay.
And that's not to say that women are into men for what they can get, but that's a stipulation on whether you talk to how deeply you talk to them or how serious you take them. That's what I want to say. It's a stipulation on how seriously you take a dude sometimes. You know what I mean? Y'all just got through talking about, you know what I'm saying, the dude's finances being in check, and how can you tell that before you get involved too deeply? Mm-hmm. As if it's a big factor, right? It is a big factor to y'all, and that's the thing. Like, we're not looking for a woman to take care of us. We're not looking for a woman to find. Well, now some men are as exceptions to the rule, right? You know,
Right.
But at the same time, like, for the most part, in general, you know what I mean. The consensus is that that's not what we're in it for. You know what I'm saying? So that's like, it's a common sense damn near question to ask that. Like, we ain't looking for trying to get no money out of it. And in fact, it should be the same way with women. You know what I mean? They shouldn't lead with what can you get. That's why I don't like that
Right.
conversation of what you bring to the table and all
Right.
of that
No,
shit, because that's
motherfucker,
a
I bring
conversation.
chairs
That's
to
a
the
conversation off the rip. If you saying, what am I gonna get out of you, material wise or financially? Or what am I
Right.
gonna? What
Yeah.
benefits do I have? And as if it should be just a meat test of check boxes that you can check off
It
and
goes
say,
back
well,
to
if
the
I get
50-50
this,
conversation.
But
that,
you know
that-
what? I have to, and I'm sorry because I have to totally disagree. I hate to disagree with you, but I'm going to because this is the SheNanigans Show. Part of the she part is how we're raised. You know what I'm saying? Like right now in my current situation, I don't want a man who can't help me. Cause I'm doing okay by my, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing pretty decent by myself. So I ain't trying to be funny or nothing, but yes, I'm gonna want to be able to eat steak a little bit more than I can now if you in my life. You know what I mean? And I definitely don't want to help you with any bills that you may
should
have.
be in addition. I
But-
understand that, but it's just like you asked me the question of why don't men?
I mean, you answered it because pretty much y'all not raised that way. You know what I mean? Like men don't look for women to help them.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how. And I when you were talking that's how we raise our boys. We don't raise our boys to look for somebody. I'll be fucking mad at my son if he looks for a woman to take care of him. Like I'm out here to find somebody to help
you knew
me
the answer to
financially.
that question when you asked it.
No, but I like the way you had said it. You know, because sometimes women need to hear that too, coming from a man's voice.
Okay.
But
I have a question. So she owns the house. He moves in with her. Should he then take over the bills because she's providing the table?
why it completely take care of the
say that
bills?
again. Say that again.
She
Yeah,
owns
owns
the
the
house.
He moves in.
He moves in. Should he then now take over the bills because she is providing? Like, what I bring to the table? I brought the
Not
table.
because.
Now,
but-
did he take care of all the bills where he came from?
No, just his.
No, I'm saying like his bills. Did he have a house, a mortgage, or a rent, or whatever?
No, he had none of that.
I guess it would be for me. It would be based on his capabilities, but I would be okay if he came in and took care of half.
So
And
50-50.
Yeah, if he came in my home,
Okay.
I wouldn't expect full.
So you just upgraded his life because you own. There's no mortgage. There's no rent. Now he's paying half of the bills, but he's also creating half of the bills.
Mm-hmm. When a person moves in, they don't necessarily make it half more. Like people say that all the time. Like my water bill's gonna go up. Like your water bill don't go up.
Yes, the fuck it
You
do.
you telling me if I pay $100 a month, then it's gonna be $200 because you
Yes.
moved in. It ain't. I don't think the math on
Because
that is
that
correct.
person may not use water like you use water. That
What if you
person may
use
not.
worse?
I don't think
That
electricity.
person may
You taking a
not.
shower, you taking a shower.
Yeah,
you
but I'm
washing
saying-
dishes, you washing dishes. There's more dishes because you're there. Don't tell me it don't go up.
Right.
I ain't say it doesn't go up.
Right, but not
50-50.
just significantly unless that person uses those items more than you.
Equal to me. Because the
Yeah,
extra
it's gonna
dish don't
go
make
up,
the
but it's
water
not gonna
run
go up like tremendously. Is what I'm saying.
I'm with Kim.
And
I
he
mean,
should be able to assist.
Well, now he's just paying his way. He ain't assisting. How? You gotta pay wherever you
I mean,
are.
because if
Because
that's the
it's
case,
more
I give
than
me a
what you
roommate.
had.
So he should
That's the
pay
case,
more
I'll
than
give you
his
a
way,
roommate.
Right.
as in you should profit off of it a little bit, like because like why is not paying my way enough if we are
in a
just
relationship.
for example.
Paying your way. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, I'm
Because any living relationship that I have ever been in, the man pays all of the bills. I might do the cable bill. I'm going 100% make sure all the toiletries, all the groceries, you're not going to need for nothing. Whenever you get ready reach to wipe your ass, it's going to always be toilet paper. You know, those are the kinds of things that I'll take care of. But lights, gas, the water, the car, that's you.
Did he move into your home though?
No, I don't play that.
Okay.
We're either gonna get something together, or you're gonna be able to provide a home for me. You're not about to move in my house. No.
So that's your role.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
my rule too until
Yeah.
my children
Okay.
left the house.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. It's you can. I get when people say that. Like right now, I just finished my house. Well, my house is small, you know what I mean? But say King did leave and I had just this space and it's paid for, you know, and now to your point, it would be nice. It would be nice if he came in and paid everything because you're coming in. I get that part because
you then charge him rent then? Because you got to pay rent where he at, wherever
No,
you go.
nigga, you don't charge the motherfucker rent.
That's just saying.
his dick is the rent.
What I'm saying is, how is he improved?
And I want it.
I think when you're right, you're right.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn. I mean,
especially if the dick is good.
It's not it has to be a partnership. And when we have a partnership and a sexual relationship and love for a person, you know, it's like your children. You know, like I lived with my parents for 8 years.
Yeah.
You know, they allowed me to pay what I did, but their whole purpose of me being there is so I never come back. But also to make sure that the love that they have for me allowed me to live the life that was good for King and I.
Right.
And so I could get to a certain point. When you have been with somebody 15 years or whatever, you know, like I'm gonna write you a receipt for rent, like. Then I'm gonna hit your ass with taxes. I want a 1099 at the end of it, motherfucker. Like
because at the same time, while the man is taking care of the financial runnings of the household, I'm not just out spending my money. I'm saving too, so that if something happens, you know, and Big Daddy, you know, might fall a little short, but Daddy, I got you. Hold on,
right?
You know, I'm not saving necessarily in case I had to leave this bitch. You know what I mean? I mean that too. But I'm saying I'm not just saving with that mindset.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because if you're taking care of everything, that means I have a lot of expendable income.
But you know what? A lot of times I think this what men don't realize. When they're paying all the bills, a good woman is still equally paying out. Like those underwear.
All that.
Like me and my mom was talking about this the other day because my dad, we have a lot of clothes. The family accumulated a lot of clothes. My mother loves to iron. My dad always say, I don't never see none of my clothes down there. And she like, because I always wash and iron your clothes first.
Yeah.
Like, she be running around looking for something to wear, and all his shit is just lined up. You know, and that's her time and her effort.
Does he think that the laundry fairy did it? I mean,
yes, in his head.
What do they think? How do you think they get clean drawers every day?
In his fucking head.
Clearly the laundry fairy did it.
But people take those things for granted.
Absolutely.
They don't even, they don't look at that as wages paid.
I had a man tell me that's what
for
you're
sure.
supposed to do. I said, no.
Really?
You got life fucked up and it won't be mine.
No.
Listen, people do.
The laundry fairy.
The laundry fairy. I mean, that's what
If
they
you're
think,
in a
y'all.
relationship and that woman is doing anything for you, it is not because she's obligated.
No,
This is
it's
what
because she
she's
loves
supposed to
you
do.
and she wants
It's
to do
because
it.
she's doing it out of love, out of love, out of respect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
I don't have to cook for you. You can fucking starve.
Yeah.
But it'd be more than that. Like,
You
you
can fucking
you
starve.
didn't know when
if I
your-
don't give a fuck about you, you better get DoorDash.
You didn't know when your doctor's appointment was going to
None
be?
of it. He can't get into his
You didn't
fidelity
fucking have
account.
no doctor.
Listen,
You didn't
fidelity
fucking have no
don't
doctor
play.
appointment.
I
Come on.
have to change
My dad
password.
can't even get in his FanDuel account without my mom.
He can't watch Netflix.
He can't Netflix. He can't even get on apps. He can't put in the Wi-Fi passcode without my mama's help. Like you don't even know. He don't even know we got Wi-Fi. He just thinks the Wi-Fi fairy gave us internet.
Yeah. So we have a question from Angela Donaldson. Can you want to read it? I can read it.
Yep.
She said, "Is there such a thing as being satisfied in all areas, or do you get financial and sexual satisfaction, or is it one or the other?"
Okay, what happened?
From what I've seen, it's been.
Can you have both or one of these?
I think you're very blessed if you get both.
I've always had.
But
I've always had.
from what I've seen, it's been.
I've just had both
It's
recently.
usually one or the other, but I've always have. I have had some good dick. in my motherfucking life, and I've always been provided for. It's just always been that way. Like from
Ethel said she's
16
had both.
on up.
Yeah.
You know.
So if
I've always
okay,
been
so for a woman,
provided for. Also, the dick could be slightly amazing. I just recently in my 50s just was like astonished by some dick. You know, it wasn't like what you call it, digmatized. No, definitely not digmatized. For as much as that dick was that amazing, I can give it up for happiness.
Right.
so Tam,
Yes.
do you think it could be both? I mean, good sex and financial.
Absolutely. I've had it both. And I think it can be both.
So is okay. So is it a trifecta? Because like right now, I think the question
Red
from Angela
Coke cuisine,
is
I agree
like
with you.
kind of say like if you have both, what is the problem? And like I'm hearing you guys say, well, I've had both, but then you're still single. So are we? Is
That was their
communication?
choice.
Because there's
That
other
was their
things.
they
There's
their
other
choice.
things.
They fucked
Uh-huh.
that up.
There's other things that come into play. It's not just the dick is good and the nigga got that bread. There's other, interpersonal things that may cause you to say,
Personality.
you know what, baby, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Yeah.
him to say the same thing. It's not just those two things. There's so many
So once-
other things.
Everybody figures out what their deal breakers are,
Yeah.
and you set that on the table.
Yeah.
You know, we already know what the deal breakers are. You
Yeah.
do that shit.
See,
we
because for
on.
me, I'm an older woman. I may get with a brother and we have like a year of amazing sex. And then next year something happens. I'm at that age. Bruh, dick broke.
Yeah. Let's see.
You know what I'm saying? Something could happen.
Right.
Now your dick broke? Oh, I'm out.
Yeah.
You've been
Yeah.
amazing to me this whole time.
Yeah.
And the sex is a plus for me.
It definitely is.
You know what I'm saying? Now, do you change cause your dick don't work no more?
Right. That's the thing.
Do I leave you cause your dick don't work no more? Yeah.
And I've been
So
in
you
that
gotta think about-
situation as well.
Yeah.
I was married
Oh, yeah.
and he got sick and the medication caused the dick not to work.
See?
And we couldn't afford the Cialis.
See?
You know what I'm saying? And so
Insurance don't cover every goddamn.
we hadn't fucked for a good 8-9 months.
Right.
You know, and I was taking care of him. I was his caregiver, But at that point he had been so wonderful to me.
Yeah.
You know, that there's absolutely no fucking way I was gonna leave him because we couldn't fuck. Now, was I wanting to fuck? Hell yeah.
Right.
But that was something that I was gonna have to work out within myself. I was not going to separate myself from this man that had
Right.
been amazing to me
Right.
simply because his member no longer worked.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
Could have
saying?
you pussy?
Because I was wiping his ass, that I wasn't interested.
Okay.
You understand what I'm
I'm
saying?
just asking.
He offered it, but because I was cleaning his ass.
Yeah, you
shit
like I'm
and
saying.
piss, I was good, but it didn't take away from how good he was to me, and so I mean that it was like, oh, what do we do now?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And that's when the friendship comes in.
for
Yeah.
sure.
That's
I'm
when
glad
all
you
that
said
comes
that
in.
because that is the sustainable part of
Right.
any relationship. You know
it's
what I'm
the
saying?
friendship.
Once we build the friendship, rest of that shit, you know what I mean?
Simple math.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
that's for real. That's
Yeah.
for real. Who is
So,
this?
wait.
Lael.
Lael is my girlfriend. Lael is my girlfriend, and she's a hoot. She's the one that needs to be on the show. She's a hoot.
She got me
is.
cracking
I'm
up over
seeing
here.
shit.
I gotta share a couple of these sexual positions
Let's
with
go.
you guys. Okay, so
Alright.
the first one I have is X marks the G spot.
Ooh, that sounds lovely.
It sounds lovely and it looks
see.
lovely to me.
Oh. Oh.
So in this position, you actually have
I would.
you
I
We
would.
gotta
That
be-
right there, I
we,
would.
We both got to have our
upper body strength.
together.
Yeah.
But you know what? Real
And
talk
lower
is
too.
it's more him than her. Them arms
Yeah,
gotta
'cause
be.
he's
Arms
here.
got to be.
He's
yeah.
his
legs too.
Woo.
yeah, because she's using his
Yeah,
legs
yeah.
as support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But by me being asthmatic,
Yes, I
that
would.
looks
Yes, I would.
like an easier ride than
Than
me
that
just
other thing.
than the,
Y'all,
the, the conquer-
the viewers, if you can see it, would you do it? Would you do this position?
I like that position.
Keep it stiff.
Yeah, well, that's a unanimous. What's your other one?
My next one is the gym membership. Y'all know it just comes to me. My spirit is so happy. So this is when she has rope.
What in
To
the
help-
flex is going on here?
Oh.
She has this to help hold herself up. So that's how I will prefer to
I
ride.
hang some shit from my ceiling.
That looks amazing.
That
It does, but
That looks amazing.
that would be my preferred way of riding dick.
I think
Because I was just saying
wanna
I
try
get
this one.
tired.
yeah. If you had something,
If
to
I
hold
had
on
something to hold on to, I
Boy.
could stay up there.
boy.
So you got
amazing.
unanimous
Boy.
yeses on both of yours.
I was saying because my spirit is like,
Yeah.
Boy, I would.
Okay, so this one's
Do you
mine.
right?
what? I've done that before.
Okay.
Let me see. Which one is that?
That's when you tired and y'all just playing. Y'all so high. y'all just so. He done put.
He done just laid
I
over
might have,
your ass.
I might have a little bit too much belly for that one.
Oh my God,
You know
that's
what?
hilarious.
And that's when you
see
have
this
problems
one?
breathing when they want to
Yeah.
push your legs all the way
That
up
look
into your
like that
chest.
hurt.
That does.
He said this looked like this hurt.
Not if you have a little wee wee. It ain't going.
But then if you got a little dick, it's gonna slip out.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
You
ass
know,
too big
I
for
need you.
that.
I need you to be all the way.
I ain't got no ass.
My ass too
I've
big
done
for
that before, so I guess it's a yes for me.
And this one. Okay, we got that
The
one.
rolling pin.
Ah.
The rolling.
L said
yeah,
nope,
I've
hands
done
and
that
chest crushes ribs.
Yes.
The rolling pin.
I do the rolling
What
pin.
in the entire fuck? Well,
I've done
I
that
would do
one.
this.
I think
yeah.
we've all. You've never done that one.
Well, I mean, we didn't have anything to roll on.
And I was like,
But
that
he
pillow
was
would be
sitting
perfect
on
for
the
doggy style.
End
Like
of the couch.
I have a wedge for that.
Yeah.
you do have a wedge.
I have a wedge. We have a wedge.
We.
Yeah. I'm with
Yes,
you.
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
So
Would you-
no,
you
That
had-
one I would definitely.
Yeah, I didn't have the rolling thing, but
I'm
he was
clumsy
like
though.
on the
We'll
end of
probably
the
roll
couch.
on. You'll be like that. Your uncoordinated
You can
ass.
probably
No,
do it on an
he's
exercise
contro-
ball.
right,
Like
he-
if the exercise
yeah, he's
ball is smaller.
controlling the roll.
But I got a
If
lot
y'all
of
is-
belly.
if-
Like she's still bent over. And
Lael
she's
said,
still-
"Yep, that's the murder ride."
That's the she ain't lying. You put that motherfucker out his misery and maybe yourself. Shit. I just tell you, shit. Yeah, that puppy right there.
Red Coat Cuisine said, "I can hang with that one, no pun intended." That's the one with the
Yeah, I like that.
I like that. Mark, don't you have cards?
No, I don't.
The fuck?
Well,
Why the fuck not?
Kim
Because
has
this
cards.
shit looks weird, and I would not do any of it.
Kim has a card.
No.
No, we just
Mark,
Kim.
Mark got a card. What is it?
What in the fuck is this shit right here?
Oh, wait a minute now.
Like,
I
and see,
have done.
this is like,
I have.
this is like,
Oh,
you know, like you
He
got
be
doggy
dead.
style, and then you got when the dogs is stuck
What is
together.
the name of that? What's the name of that?
What's the name of it?
The problem with yoga
probably
is the name of this position.
Because I'm like, is that a rocking chair he's on?
No, it is. Well, yeah, it is a
It
rocking
looks-
chair. It is a
Mark.
rocking chair that he's on, and it looks like he is sitting.
Who is in this
He
position?
is
Him
sitting.
or her?
He is sitting within her.
she's laying
He
down.
is. It's
That's
like
him.
a pile driver. Here, pass it around.
Yeah.
Pass the shit
Yeah,
around.
yeah. I do that one.
Cause she's on a bed. Like
I just
thing
don't
in
know
a-
how comfortable I am with you just looking straight up the crack of my ass.
She can't see up the crack of his ass like that.
Because her legs are
Together.
together and they right here, so she can't see.
And trust me, we just don't.
And listen, if it's good, my eyes is closed.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
why I'm like,
saying
she
that.
just
It's
looking up the
like-
crack of
I
your
ain't looking
ass.
at you.
Okay,
Yeah,
so he's on the chair or couch or whatever, and she's like on the ottoman.
Ottoman.
Ah. You got an ottoman. You must have an ottoman.
I do not, but I'm going to buy one. I
He's,
am going to make a
he's
purchase.
on
That was
the
the
rocking
perfect sound
chair.
And then this one here
The
would
problem
require
with
me
yoga.
to have mega knees,
Lael,
and I don't think I'm with
what
that.
is the? She's talking But I hope she fart.
See, and then he gonna blow his ass up to the ceiling and shit.
Oh my God. Where's your other one?
This is requiring him to have Megan knees. What it's called. Elevate her. I don't know if I would rather
You
to
ain't
like.
with the Megan knees.
I'm not with the Megan knees.
Let's
See,
see
I don't
what
know
the
what the
Megan
hell they was thinking about on this one. But yeah, this is not.
You would have to be. Well,
I'm not with the Megan
It
knees.
seems like carpet burns.
Yeah, right.
I've
yeah,
done that.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I've done that.
That's too much work, and then my knees.
Okay, but
no.
you never done that on the bed? It don't have to be
Yeah, I
on the
was
ground.
Yeah,
about
but
say-
you laying on your back, maybe. I'm not my
No,
knees. Not on
I've
my
had
knees.
that done before. I've done that.
I wouldn't
Not
do
in
that.
that. I've
Okay,
like
so-
I think I
legs
threw that
and
card on
that.
the ground.
You just threw it.
Mine.
They're my card. Shit. I don't.
Mine is called The Second Interview. This one is
Casting
quite
couch.
interesting, and I would and have done
Put that
this.
camera to the right.
I would,
Yeah.
I would and have done this one.
Put it a little closer.
Can we
I
see
can
it?
that.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, I've always
wait a
wanted
minute,
to
hold
get
on, which one
down
is me? Wait a
in my
minute.
office. But I,
Can you see?
That
Which
was a
one
dream
is-
of mine.
Which one would be you?
But it's wheels on that chair though, man.
Right.
Like, that ain't
Oh,
gonna
I
work.
forgot about the wheels. Okay, the wheels no.
Why-
The wheels
why
I
wouldn't
have-
it work?
The wheels I
Because
haven't
you
done.
go-
you,
Cause
Go
listen,
roll.
listen. You see me fucking in this chair right here?
Yes.
No.
but
All that
no,
sliding
no, because I
around.
have done that. And
But
it's like
her
her-
feet are on the desk.
Yeah.
So she's controlling
Yeah.
the back and forth with her feet.
and actually the wheels on the
I
bus do
did
go
something
around
better
the
than
front.
that with 2 office chairs. I wish I could illustrate.
It definitely.
You did something like that with two
I
others?
said better than that with 2 office chairs.
I did. Yeah, I did that.
It was on. Never mind. Go ahead.
Come on, tell it. We all grown folks here. Tell it.
No,
I
Mark
just
got,
didn't want to be
foot.
the illustration all over
Mark,
the camera.
Mark
There's
got
gotta be a wall
followers.
right here because you slide your ass
No,
clean
it's
across
leather.
the
She
room.
got a dildo on. I'm sorry. Look at how
She got strong ass legs.
She got a deal. She fucking him.
Yes. Look where his knees are. Her legs are together.
Listen, I've done it. I didn't have
Wait a
to
minute.
do
Let me see. Wait a minute.
Something.
And her knees are together.
Next.
Okay.
Next, I
Those are
have,
my
and I'm
two.
sorry everybody that's watching my live. Clearly, I'm having some issues. I should have connected to the Wi-Fi. The next one, both of mine are business related. It's called the laptop.
Oh shit.
It's called the laptop. Can y'all see that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Her
That
legs,
one. Yeah.
her legs are spread
The
out.
laptop is
those are his
it's a little
knees.
different.
Her feet are on the desk.
The laptop, I would have to have something to steady my feet.
That right. I like that one.
Yeah.
But I could,
like that one.
yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one made me feel some kind of way.
Didn't
I like-
could you hear my voice drop?
Yeah, she was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, cause she knows what's gonna happen.
you
That
see with that right there.
yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
He even made, and this one, my booty even looked big to him because
know
he
what
just
I'm
pushed my.
saying?
No, wait a minute,
Well,
don't.
yeah.
But
And
it,
that's-
I'm agreeing. You
you ain't
I'm
got
about to
your
say,
booty
you
can't
ain't
look
even-
no more bigger.
If
You
it
can't
do,
agree with me.
If it do, we got a problem.
That's why
This motherfucker here. So, yeah,
I like that.
Okay,
I
let
want
me
a
see that.
laptop.
Let me see
that's
that.
nice.
I am looking for a laptop.
Yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
my god.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Chairs. I'm trying to think of what kind of chairs I have.
I have a chair and a couch.
Wow. The
have
laptop. I'm
a-
gonna show
wait a
this to
minute.
y'all again. Anybody do the laptop in the next 30 days?
us
Could you
know.
please let us
You know-
know? I want to know who in the fuck.
Let us know how
Literally.
it works out. It might be me, goddamn
Oh my god.
I'm
Yeah, that's
like,
inspiration.
If it's me, I might tell.
it. Ooh, might tell. Don't might tell.
I'ma
do
come
tell.
back like-
do tell.
Y'all remember that laptop?
the crazy part about
I
it, I'm
broke
sitting up
it.
here talking about, yeah, I remember, I'll be able to do that. I ain't even got no perspectives out here in these streets.
You keep saying that. Now you made that little post about that nobody want to be yours and all that, whatever the fuck. And like 3 guys came on like me. What the fuck is that?
That didn't happen.
So I'm lying.
This is the thing.
Did you just call me?
What do
She
you
said
say,
that didn't
Tam? Is my truth, your truth, and the truth? Okay, so I said something about my soulmate is looking. It said my soulmate is looking for me, and this guy was like, "Here I am,"
Right.
and you get on like, hey, everybody from the SheNanigans Show, look at this.
Yeah.
And then she never came back.
I did.
When I said, this guy will put this same shit on your post.
Oh wow.
Like, he's for everybody. Like and that was my
But
response.
it was
like,
3 guys that came on there. When I said look at this, I meant all this shit.
so my new motto for the half of this year, rest in peace, Mr. Kevin Samuels, but you did leave me with a little piece of realization, is that I am a 6 to my 8s, and I am an 8 to my 6s. And until I find a 7 and we come together, I am going to be single.
I feel that.
Because those who look for me and say shit like for one, the guy who really was into me like that wouldn't even been on my post like that. We would have been at dinner somewhere.
For sure.
Literally being courted. Because he knows that I'm the woman that he would like to see.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm like, come on, fool.
Absolutely.
Come on, Kim, come on.
Absolutely.
Because every weekend for the past 5 weekends, I've been home
You
alone.
the motherfucker that posted this shit.
No, all I'm saying
And
is,
when I come on there and say some shit,
I just
see,
said,
that's what I don't like.
I
When people
just
come
no,
on
I
and
don't have a problem with your comment. I'm just saying, like, the person who said some shit, he ain't for me. Like, for one, we in a group together.
But you said nobody. You done been on this show 11 times and said nobody's checking for me.
I've also said that
And these niggas was
people-
clearly checking for me.
I also said that people would say, come on now,
I
like,
say the same
somebody is checking for you. But the reality of it is the people who are checking for me
Ain't the people
are
you
not the
want.
people I want.
That's what.
So
it is.
you can't say nobody's checking for
I
me.
can absolutely say that because they're nobodies.
Whoa.
To me.
I feel that.
I can absolutely say because it ain't even serious.
I feel that.
You know what I mean? A Facebook post,
But it may
and
be
everything-
serious to them. Did
not
you
if
ever
they
think-
not if they said it on Facebook. Can't be. Can't possibly be.
Really?
Okay, so
Okay, that just scared me. Danielle out of me. She jumped back so fast.
I couldn't get right.
That scared me. But yeah, like
So I get what you're saying. I know that I'm attractive to people. So when I say nobody, I do apologize. I do apologize for
nobody.
saying I don't mean nobody like
It's
that.
nobody that you're attracted
Nobody that you want.
Right.
Right.
right. That's what it
People
is.
that
That makes a
are
difference.
nobodies to you.
to. That makes a difference.
And no offense to anybody who hits me up like that. You know what I mean? But
You
I just
not-
want
they
some.
not
I
what you
just
looking
I
for.
just want to be with somebody that I want.
Yeah.
I want us
And
to
how
have
do
the
you-
same
how do you
eyes for each
find
other.
that though? You know what I'm saying? Like I've said it on this show numerous times. Drake had a very important line to me in the song that's one of my favorites. It's by Jamie Foxx. Shout out to my baby daddy. He can get it. So if you know him,
I hate how
if you
feel
know
about
him,
that.
could you please let him know that he can get it?
Jay.
Okay. Okay.
Jay.
No, but the song is "I Always Fall for Your Type." It's "Fall for Your Type."
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Drake came in there and said, "How can you find the right one when anyone will go with you?"
for sure.
I don't have no problem finding no man or no man finding me. It's the right man. Like you could be fine as all get out and be abusive.
Right.
You could be rich as shit and be mean as fuck.
Wait a minute, stop. What does that mean
Arrogant.
when anybody will go with you, though?
I could pick up the phone right now and be in a whole relationship.
Oh, see, I don't know what that's like. Praise Jesus.
She exhausts
I
my
know.
spirit.
Anybody? You can just be in a relationship. You just pick up the
I can
phone.
pick up the
No,
phone.
see, so it's
I mean,
like,
some people just have that
But what
have
kind
options
of
that are
relationship?
that plentiful.
Exactly.
But what type of relationship am I gonna
Exactly.
settle?
Exactly
I
that
have
part.
settled in relationships previously in my life, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If we out here, if we having fun and we in it like that, we just having fun. You know what I mean? But when I get ready, like I posted one time and said, "Oh, don't worry, when he shows up, you'll know."
right.
You know what I mean? Cause I'm shutting shit down for the one that get this. It's a wrap.
Okay, so I want to ask you guys' opinion real quick, and I know we're at the end because it's funny that you said that. Okay, the reason why I look so good today is because I have been planning for weeks to spend time with two of my closest friends. Right, those two friends are now contemplating whether or not they're going to be together. Today, they did what couples do that want to put they all into somebody. And that meant them kind of playing me to the curve because it was important to them to spend the day together, even though we had been planning to spend the day together for weeks. And I hear people say that all the time. And that was the exact feeling I got, was that they decided that nothing and no one was more important in that moment than the time that they have together. But it also ruined my day because I done got rid of my son. I done put on my nice bra and stuck some rhinestones onto my chest. And then today, y'all late. And when I call, it's like, well, go ahead and be about your business and go ahead and do what you do. And it's like, well, I cancel my podcast. I got my child a babysitter. Like, and people say it all the time. When I find that person that I'm supposed to be with, ain't nobody gonna be as important to me than that person. I'm shutting everything
So they didn't
down.
know. So they didn't know until after.
We talked 5 times today.
This what I'm saying. I call bullshit.
Yep.
I call bullshit. Because if that person, the only thing that would stop me from us continuing our plans. Now you may feel like a third ass wheel because we all into each other, but I'm not gonna not keep our plans unless right before
especially if you knew
Right,
that
you
you
know
was
what I'm saying?
going with a couple. Like, why would you?
No, we all used to live together. I mean,
listen.
Well, what I'm
Before I
saying is
lose this
if you-
train of thought.
okay.
So now at this point, the only way I'm canceling with you is because me and this nigga done got into it.
And we ain't going.
And we're not going. Now we're canceling plans.
They basically made the plans with you, right? Mm-hmm. And then they kept going, and they told you we don't want you to come, basically, or you.
No, they I think they just decided that they wasn't going anywhere. Like they was stuck in their bubble, and they're gonna remain in their bubble for the day.
Oh.
Cause it's a beautiful day, and
Well, I mean,
the
shit,
sucking, fucking, and the dick is good.
Yeah,
but
I could see. I mean,
but they've talked to me 5 times today.
In between
Maybe they didn't
sessions.
come to the conclusion that they was gonna stay home until they was like, you know what, we don't really.
So
find
y'all
out.
all think that's okay because they're
not
into
okay.
each other.
It's not okay.
Not
No.
okay.
No.
No, because I know why they did it. You know what I mean? That's why I'm able to tell you guys why they did it. I know exactly what they did.
It's,
You know?
it's very inconsiderate
It's
considering that
inconsiderate.
they made the plans with you and then the last minute, you know, and then talk to you all day. I was kind of inconsiderate, I would say.
Inconsiderate,
that's
because
what I'm
I don't think okay is the proper assessment.
Yeah,
but
because it's not like they
Inconsiderate.
did it on purpose
Inconsiderate,
without
100%.
you out. You know what I mean? They were just that was
100%.
inconsiderate. to-
Very inconsiderate because when you feeling your person, you feeling your person. You knew y'all was feeling each
Yeah.
other at 11 this
Because then-
morning.
'cause then
Right.
on the flip
Which I
side-
said
Yeah.
On the flip side,
at
well,
11 this
You
morning.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, what time was
it's
y'all
really
supposed to
about-
go
that's why I
out?
said
2
maybe they just
o'clock.
came
Y'all
to the
supposed to go out at
determination that
2
they
by
wasn't doing it
noon.
Right then, maybe that's what it was.
I knew me and this motherfucker was finna
We
lay
vibe
up and
like a
rub on each
motherfucker.
other. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Come on now.
Yeah.
No,
And when
that
we-
was very inconsiderate.
And I had to call them at 2:45.
You had to call them. They weren't even gonna call you.
That's what I'm figuring.
And,
Like,
and what was they
You ain't
doing
gonna
when
call me.
when you called?
no,
They
I was
answered.
just like, I guess I need to make other plans to do X, Y, Z. He's like, yeah, why don't you go ahead and do that?
Wow. And that was the way that he.
That was the
She ain't even
response.
responded yet, Gina.
Wow. Why don't you go ahead and do that?
So this is 2 texts or
it
something?
gets-
When you say that she ain't
No, I
responding?
called.
Were
But
they-
we on a group thread together,
was
so
they-
I did up saying my words.
Could you like when over the phone? Could you hear that it was like some sex going on?
Well, I know
But
that-
that's the only time I'm
Same
shutting you.
thing.
No, I know.
No, because I'm not answering the phone.
Y'all been fucking all
so
morning
there's
because
no excuse.
there's no excuse.
Not fucking with you no more.
Man.
That's
No, it's
what
no
it
That's
is.
the thing.
It's no excuse.
Not fucking
because,
with you no more.
because you know what?
I'm
The only
definitely-
be
I'm
in your happy
definitely
relationship.
not going to rearrange my schedule.
Never.
But just like
And-
we were talking about earlier, you have to consider other person's feelings. You can't just shit on me because you motherfuckers all of a sudden
In love.
attracted to one another.
That's what
you
I'm saying.
motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because she probably been there for the both of them in the midst of their bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck are y'all just gonna motherfucking ditch me and go ahead and do that? Because it's not what you say. It's how you say it.
That's it.
What the fuck are you talking
Go
about?
ahead and do that.
I've
I'm gonna do a
rearranged
couple
my
things.
whole
Watch.
life.
Okay, so
Rearranged
I'm
my
not
whole
petty.
life. No, you're not petty
that's
at all.
That's
Okay.
not petty.
So let me ask you this: how are you gonna handle it?
Oh, I'm good right now. Like
This is our therapy.
they've been knowing me since I was 17. They already know. That's why my phone hasn't rang today, because they know I wasn't gonna answer it.
Okay.
Their assumption is that Keisha, who I am, will always do what I do, and even though I may rearrange, I'm not going to not
You
fill
go-
in my time.
Right. Exactly. But still.
And they know I'm pissed, so it's like, well, we gonna let her be pissed, and we still gonna do it.
Or not really give a damn about her being pissed or not.
Right. Because
We'll deal with it
I'm
later.
emotional.
We'll deal with it later.
We'll deal with it later.
Listen, a really good friend of mine and I were talking today, and he was stating how he's going through a situation, and it's like those people that you felt was this my motherfucker right here, this my road dog, this my he like, I ain't seen them yet. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wow, I'm fairly new on the scene with you, and I'm here like, you good? Checking on you, whatever. How do you let go of those friends? I've had to do it.
If
But-
you don't, God will.
Trust me. You know, it's like, how do I go? Now, I'm not asking this for me. I'm just saying in general. How do I go about just saying fuck you and not seem like I'm feelingless? What am I trying to say?
Why do you care about seeing
You
feelingless?
know what I'm saying? Like,
Why do you
Like,
care
why
about
does
seeing
that
I had to
feelingless?
tell people. Fuck,
Exchange,
did
I
they
reflect
care
the
about your
same energy.
feelings?
I reflect the same
Energy that you
Right.
give.
I think, but I think some people could say that because my fear is like, I've been letting people go left and right.
Yeah, me
And
too.
to let these two go leaves me with one, literally.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And regardless, I say what I say and I'm serious. We cool as this show goes, but we don't really fuck with each other. So my life is lonely. You know what I mean? My life is not filled with multiple shows or
go back.
events and things like that. It's my days during the day is me preparing with my son and getting ready for school, and I spend a lot of time alone if I'm not working. So you
By
get
choice.
Me too.
Yeah.
no, I
Because
can't.
I have invited you to multiple shits. I have said, come over my house.
Kim,
What
Kim,
you not going to do on national motherfucking television.
On national television.
You
got
got
all my friends.
Oh, okay. Because you ain't gonna cut me off when
My
you call me at
motherfucker.
9:30 on Cinco de Mayo, like come through, and I gotta be.
That's what time we started.
But I have a child that has
But
to be at school
you say
on
don't
Friday.
nobody fuck with you. I didn't have to call you at all.
You can't be fucking with me if you know I have a small child and I can't leave the house. It's a great consideration. He's 10. And it's just the two of us.
He could've-
So it's a great consideration, but it's not really a person fucking with you. Because fucking with me is at 3:30, hey, you and King come through and have an early Cinco de Mayo or whatever, because he has a bedtime.
I ain't never told you.
No, I know it's open. Everybody say, hey, my house is open.
No,
But
no,
you-
no. I'm
everybody
talking about
say-
I get what you're
physically
saying.
saying, what are you doing?
I'm
Nothing.
the one in our friend group and all my other friend groups with the, I have a 16-year-old. And so nobody else has
Babies.
babies like
Right.
that. And so I'm always why ain't nobody why y'all didn't tell me? Oh, we didn't think about it, And it's like, well, damn, I can come outside sometime,
Right.
but let me know ahead of time. And I mean, she's of age now where I can get the fuck on.
Right.
Right.
But let me know ahead of time, and then I can make arrangements, and then I can give it together. But people who don't have children, they just don't
Like
think
this
about that.
weekend was planned for.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm
That's
so
what
pissed.
makes
Like
it-
I got rid of my son. I had to 3 weeks ago. I knew that I would have
Angel
Memorial Day
Jimmy's
weekend.
hilarious.
That ain't what the hell I'm talking about. This motherfucker just
No,
sat
I
here and
know.
said, we cool on this show, but we don't really fuck with each
She
other.
did say it.
And I disagree strongly.
I know you were.
because I've reached out to you.
This is
So don't
deja
do
vu.
that.
We had this like a month ago or something.
And we still ain't hung out since that day.
Because this motherfucker got other shit she doing. What I'm supposed to do?
No.
But
And do you know
now-
what I do? Do you know what I do? I've learned how to reach out and say, "Hey, what you doing?
What you doing?
What I
The
do
baby gone
understand,
for the weekend. What you doing? What y'all doing?"
and that's what I say. I do understand what you said, and I'm not trying to be selfish or whatever. Most people don't realize that I have to plan because they can move on the spur. So I'm not saying I appreciate your invitations, but if your invitations didn't come last week where I can make plans, you can pick up the phone and be like, "Hey, what you did that the other day? Hey, what you doing right now?" And it's like,
Because I live a spontaneous life.
right, which
Because she
means
doesn't
that
have small children.
we cool. I know you love me. You probably pray for me, but we don't really fuck with each other because you live a spontaneous life and I don't. So we can't really fuck with each other. It sounds like a bad word when you say
No,
it that
but
way,
it's-
but
Fuck has
that's just the
so many
reality.
meanings.
Huh?
Fuck has so many meanings.
I know. I just wish I was fucking. Like, I can't even get some spontaneous dick right now because King may be like, "I want to come home." You know?
It's not
Like, because if he called me, I got to go.
Yeah,
Because he's still a little baby. I can't wait until he's 16.
for sure.
She said
she
she's
can.
still a little baby.
I know.
for sure.
That I know because we done got here so quick. Okay, Mark is giving you the sign.
Yep. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and watching us. Make sure that you like and subscribe.
Yes,
channel.
please.
7mileradio.com, and you can catch us on YouTube every Sunday at 7-ish live and on Facebook Live. And make sure you guys follow the Girl You Got Away on TikTok because she does fuck with me there because I be cracking the fuck up alone in my living room. Thank you.
You damn fool. Listen, thank you so much to all of our watchers and our listeners. Again, www.7mileradio.com. It's a lot of content in there. The music be slapping. I love it. Go check it out. Thank you so much for watching the SheNanigans Show. I am your head shenaniganizer, Kim Burley Allen, better known as Fresh, or the artist formerly known as Ricky. What I'm gonna do at this juncture, I'm gonna ask my my guest to take us out with a positive word.
Oh, well, isn't that something? I mean, I have gotten a little notice about that.
Yeah, spontaneity.
Exactly. I want to encourage everyone to live in your moment, live your truth. Do not be afraid to express yourself, and do not settle for less.
I agree.
Lake Beach Essence Experience is more than a photo shoot, but an opportunity to express love and to celebrate oneself. Imagine a time set aside for you to just be. A moment where the outside world is on pause and you are most important. When you book me, Lake Beach Essence, as your personal photographer, I make it my duty to provide an environment that allows you to let your hair down. Be it with friends for a small celebration or a one-on-one session, I guarantee you leave feeling more empowered than you did when you arrived. So book your Lake Beach Essence experience today. If you would like to book your Lake Beach Essence experience today, please contact me at lakebutler2006@gmail.com or send me a text at 313-828-0588.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
SheNanigans Production.